lack of drainage on that section. So we are losing another very important resource from Chogolia, which is traversing almost 6 constituencies from Chogolia, which is passes through Mara constituency, South Imenti, Central Imenti, up to North Imenti. This is Chogolia, Marimba, Meru Town Road. Has the same problem, Madam Speaker. Don't cut me short, Madam Speaker. This is very important and it is right in my heart, Madam Speaker. So I'm kindly requesting whether maybe as you look for resources, whether you can be able to allocate some resources, which I've really canvassed even with the ministry, the carer and all these people. They are aware of that problem. Mr. CS, some of us even getting to our homes is a problem because the county governments are not working for us. So even drones reading to our villages, even to my house. I want to declare that 2 weeks ago, I paid some people, iron and grinder to do my road. As a senator for Meru, I was doing it when I was a member of parliament. But people in the village are crying, why you are very senior as a senator, you can't do the road nowadays. So I was forced to hire a grinder to do that particular road to my house. And this is in Lekon because I've canvassed this in all the offices. They are aware of the problems you have in that county. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Senator, CS, I suggest you note that down once we finish the other questions, ensure to respond to Senator Kathuri's question. Senator Khalwale, are you ready?
Yes, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, I rise to ask question number 65 on the order paper, that A, could the Cabinet Secretary provide a list of landowners who granted way leave for the upgrading to bitumen standard of the Shikalagala-Butere Road and indicate the respective amounts due as compensation to each? B, why has the government not yet paid out compensation to the said individuals years after the project was completed, and could the Cabinet Secretary indicate the timelines for the same?
CS.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Let me go straight to the responses of those 2 questions. I wish, Chair, Honorable members, to state that a total of 326 landowners were listed for acquisition under the Gazette notice I've listed in the response number 10918 of 22nd December 2020 for the project of upgrading the Sigalagala Musoli Sabatia Butere Road to bitumen standard. The notice detailed the individual identified persons or affected persons by the project and the indicative acreage size for acquisition, a copy of the Gazette notice which we attached in the response. The National Land Commission, Honorable Chair, which is mandated to determine individual entitlements in respect of land acquisition, is yet to issue the schedule of awards for this project. Honorable Chair, the time lapse is big. Allow me to go back and find out why the National Land Commission has not responded to date and then be able to follow up because December 2020 from the time we gazetted to date is really a long time. On the second question, as a ministry, we empathize with the project affected persons following the inordinate delay in processing their compensation. The delay is due to the extended duration required to process the matter in consultation with NLC. Honorable Chair, the ministry through KERA has been in constant communication with NLC on this matter. This began with the gazettement of the affected parcel via the Gazette notice of 7 July 2017, number 6472, followed by a Gazette notice number 10918, which I did mention on the first question of 22nd December 2020, which published the corrections to the first notice and indicated dates for conducting inquiries by NLC. The ministry facilitated these processes in full and was thus awaiting issuance of award letters to the project affected persons. And the award schedule to CARA detailing compensation amounts informed the provision of funds for the same. CARA sent reminders to the Commission via a letter of 27th November. I've given the reference, 2023, and another letter of 15 April 2024. Again, the reference is there, and it is annexed. The National Land Commission, honorable members, chair, wrote to the ministry on the subject in its correspondence via letter of 21st September, referenced Annex 3, and regrettably the letter indicated a decision by the Commission to recommend degazettement or regazettement of the project due to the non-completion of the acquisition process within 24 months. A letter we have already appealed. The ministry appealed to the Commission via a letter of 26th April 24 to reconsider the decision to degazette the project and proceed to issue awards for the parcels cleared for payment as per the post-inquiry report, while the remainder of the parcels are duly processed in line with the recommendations of the report. This appeal, Honourable Chair, is in light of the distress caused by the project affected persons by the extended delay in processing their compensation. The consideration, time and public resource already spent, and the desire to finalize this process. Further, it is worth considering the cooperation extended by the PAPs, the project affected persons, in allowing the full completion of the road project by 2021, much ahead of the processing of their dues. So far, we are engaging with the Ministry of Lands, Public Works, Housing and Urban Development to intervene and facilitate the fast-tracking of the necessary processes to allow the eventual compensation of the project-affected person for this project. And upon issuance of the award...
CS, just hold on. Honorable members, please listen in silence. If you must consult, don't do it in loud tones, please.
Upon issuance, Honorable Chair, of the awards, the Ministry shall prioritize the settlement of this compensation at the first available opportunity subject to the availability of the funds. I wish to confirm that, Honorable Chair, we have now received the award from NLC totaling 50 million Kenya shillings, and we'll work very quickly and very closely with the Treasury on the budget line and start the compensation process in line with the due procedure of how to compensate. But because of that appeal, NLC has come back. They have now cleared 50 million, and I want to confirm that it's just a budgetary process and a payment process, and we'll work closely with NLC to clear this concern on this particular road. Thank you.
Senator Khalwale, do you have any supplementary question?
Madam Speaker, this question does not warrant a supplementary question, but I just would like to prick the CS. CS, the people you are talking about are not many. They are limited to only Shitori sublocation, Mkomari sublocation, Shitochi sublocation, Shivakala sublocation, and Shibuname sublocation. And Minister, I'm pricking you by telling you that the better agenda of the current government, you and I and others developed it. You and I, we are the founder members of the United Democratic Alliance. We had a vision of sorting out such small things. Now these people are dying one by one, including a distinguished politician called Malama Itolondo, now dead. A distinguished public servant, Sakaria Bakalash Mechero, dead. A distinguished businessman, Elijah Shitoka, dead, and many others. Please bear us. Kindly use this opportunity to invite me to your office on a specific date. Whether it is weeks or months, I come, you sort me out. Kenyans to feel part of the welfare of this nation.
CS.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. After this session, I will sort out a date for a cup of tea with Senator, and it's just ask for a date, and I'll do that sometimes next week. Thank you.
That is okay. Can we move on to the question by Senator Morango? You have 3 questions. So you ask each, it is answered, and then you move on.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. My first question is, could the Cabinet Secretary provide a status update on all ongoing projects by the national government for the upgrade of roads in Kirinyaga County to bitumen standard? That is question number 66A. The same question B, why has there been a delay in the upgrade of Kimbembe Kanjiji Tonkonye PI Road, Kagumo Kiamaina Kaduduma Road, and PI Jokene Kiamotogo Karumande Kiamesere Road, popularly known as Mosibiu Ageshogo, to bitumen standard, despite their importance in enhancing the economic potential of the region? That's my first question, Madam Speaker.
CS.
Honorable Chair, thank you for the question from the Senator, Kirinyaga Senator, Honorable James Morango. Let me go straight to the response. The following, the 2 projects are being implemented by the agency in the ministry are annexed in my response. And the ministry is aware of the economic significance of the 2 roads projects. However, the delay in completion is due to the pending payments or to the respective contractors, as stipulated in my response. Let me deal with the first Butere, Kagoi, Baricho, Gedhuya segment of that road, where we have a pending bill of 107, almost 108 million Kenya shillings, and where the status of the road is 64% completed today. I did check, and I should have provided in this response that there is a budgetary allocation from the current printed estimates of 67 million, and that will help us to expedite and work this road towards completion. If we can get the contractor back to site on account of payment of that 67 billion, and because it is 64%, which is significantly work done, we'll ensure that with the budget ceiling in the printed estimate of 67.162 million, we will endeavor to ensure that we do provide the outstanding funds so that this road can be completed. But more importantly, Chair, with my background information, I did indicate that we are trying to do a bullet payment on a process we are working to raise funds to pay for all the pending bills so that not only this road can, the contractors can go back to work, but we can get contractors on all roads in our counties to go back to work. On the second PI Mbiri Ngiriambu Road, this is one where Kirinyaga is among us the 15 roads which have been now fully funded through the China Africa Development Bank in the just concluded visit by His Excellency the President to China or Beijing during FOCAC summit. And then therefore, Honorable Chair Mheshimiwa, this road is now fully funded and we'll see works progressing without any further undue delay because this road is among us the 15 roads which have been taken up by China Development Fund, and it will not rely on our treasury allocation. Thank you, Chair.
Senator Morango, do you want to go to the next question? Or you have a supplementary? Okay.
Asante sana Mr. Speaker. Ningetaka kuuliza waziri kama bajeti iliyoko ambayo amesema tayari kuna mgao wa kuweza kumaliza hizi barabara, kwamba hizi barabara namuuliza kama ndio ndio katika ile bajeti ambayo iko ya bilioni 17, hizi barabara zimewekwa katika orodha ambazo zitakuwa zikilipiwa ili ziweze kuendelea. Hiyo ndio swali langu la ziada, Mr. Speaker.
Order, Senator Murango, you will determine whether you want to ask your questions in English or in Kiswahili. That's a supplementary question. Yes, that is the rule of the House.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Madam Speaker, it's not a problem. I was just wanting to ask the CS whether these loans are covered in the 7 billion budget which is there for the loans, so that I can tell the people of Kirinyaga that this road will continue and they will be complete. And thank you, Madam Speaker.
CS.
Honorable Chair, I did indicate that on the Mutiti-Kagio-Baricho Road, there is a budget ceiling in the printed estimate of 67,162,149 in the printed estimate, and therefore we can seek to get the contractor back to work on account of that pending bill of 107. But I did say, Chair, because the road is 64% done, it's in the significant stage of finishing, and therefore we'll work very closely with the contractor and the ministry. I've got my PS and the CEOs, the DGs for the various agencies to ensure that some of these roads that are already 50% and above are given priority. On the second one, Piambiri Road, I did say it is fully funded, and therefore the contractor will go to site on that road. I know it's 11% completed, but there is full funding on that road now, having been taken by China Development Bank with a full funding of about 2 billion. Do I have the specific number somewhere? So that road is fully funded, and therefore the contractor's stakeholder will go back to site, and the road will not stop until completed because funds are fully provided for through that facility. Thank you.
Senator Murango, you want to go to the next question?
Yes, Madam Speaker. My next and final question is, are there plans by the government to upgrade Wanguru airstrip in Mwea constituency, Kirinyaga County, for use by, among others, horticulture and miraa farmers to transport their produce? And if so, could the Cabinet Secretary state whether an allocation for the purpose has been made in the 2024-2025 financial year budget? B, could the Cabinet Secretary outline the policy measures implemented by the government to develop air transport in the country, and particularly in Kirinyaga County? And C, what steps has the minister taken to construct airstrips in the counties where there are none? Thank you, Madam Speaker.
CS.
Honorable Chair, Wanguru Thiba airstrip is a code C aerodrome capable of handling aircrafts with passenger capacity of 13 and has 2 runways. We'll recall that this is the airstrip that was used during the national celebrations last year. 2 runways, 12/30 and 07/25, measuring 790 by 18 meters and 670 by 18 meters, respectively. The airstrip, Honorable Chair, Honorable Members, has an area of approximately 21.4 acres and is registered as parcel number Mwea Tebere B/139. Honorable Members, albeit that this facility is not within the management of Kenya Airports Authority, its upgrade to accommodate commercial flight has been planned in 3 phases, as highlighted in my response. With the first phase,
Senator Gerard K, please.
With the first phase having been completed by the authority at a cost of 49.9 million. It commenced on 27th September 2021 and was completed on 16 December 2021. The works involved site clearance, topsoil stripping, earthworks involving runway excavation, drainage works, and all the works including cutting of tall trees, relocation of overhead Kenya Power lines on the final approach of the runway, and preliminary items for mobilization. That phase has been completed at a cost of 49.9 million. The second phase, which is proposed, and we'll pay attention to this, will involve cement stabilization on the gravel base layer using some of those high capacity cements for the 2.5 N or provision and placement of 35 millimeter asphalt concrete type 1 on the runway and all the associated work, including drainage work, construction of line drainage using invert block drainage with side slabs or stone pitching on the sides. And the phase 3, honorable chair members, which is again proposed, will involve acquisition of additional 9.5 acres of land for the construction of the apron, taxiway, car park, terminal building, and offices. It will also involve the construction of apron taxiway and construction of passenger terminal building and offices, car parks, associated wastewater reticulation. The upgrading and rehabilitation works of this facility.
Order, Senator Cherarki and Professor Ojenda. Please have some respect for the speakers.
The upgrading and rehabilitation works, Chair, of this facility will really also be dependent on the allocation of funds, but because we've already started the works, we'll pay attention as a ministry, give priority to make sure that when the limited resources are being shared out, we do allocation to make sure we complete that work. On the next question on air transport is a vital component of our national infrastructure, significantly contributing to economic development, tourism, and regional connectivity. As Kirinyaga County, just like other counties, seek to enhance its economic prospects and improve accessibility, understanding, and the government's strategic plans and policies for air transport development is essential. The ministry, through its implementing agency, Kenya Airports Authority, is currently developing a policy on development, rehabilitation, and maintenance of airstrips that will provide a framework for preventive maintenance, corrective maintenance, and reconstruction works, including allocation of financial and human resource and technological applications in maintenance and repair activities. In addition, Honorable Chair, it will also guide the respective coordination roles and responsibilities of the appropriate functional areas. On the issue of what the steps the ministry is taking to construct airstrips in all the counties, Honorable Chair, the Ministry of Roads and Transport, and more specifically the State Department of Transport, has undertaken several initiatives to construct and upgrade airstrips in various counties. This is part of a broader effort to enhance connectivity, like I mentioned earlier, promote economic growth, and improve access to emergency services. One of the key steps include the allocation of substantial funds for airstrip development. For instance, the ministry is investing some 785 million shillings to upgrade 7 specific airstrips, namely Migori airstrip in Migori, Lanet airstrip in Nakuru, Kitale airstrip in Trans Nzoia, Angama airstrip in Narok County, Isiolo airstrip in Isiolo County, Kambunde airstrip in Homa Bay, Malindi airstrip in Kilifi. These upgrades are aimed at enabling